Hi, Anu.
Hi, how's it going?
Very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. First, I want to congratulate you on your new job and accomplishment. I know you're very excited about that. And I want to thank you for taking the time to do this testimonial interview. Um, a lot of people ask to talk to clients when they want to join, and I never want to take anybody's time to do that. So this is kind of the best substitute for that, to kind of for them to be able to see this without having to take your time.
Happy to do it.
Great. So, Hannah, before I get into the questions, can you tell me a little bit about your job and what you do?
Yes, so today I'm a director of academic research programs. I manage a business development slash program management role at a real world solutions company.
Right. And do you mind sharing what your situation was before you started working with us and what got you interested in working with
Absolutely,
us?
absolutely. So when I came across this program, or when you reached out, the program reached out to me via LinkedIn, I was actually between roles. And what the situation that I was in is, I was sort of in the middle of, maybe not in the middle of my career, and really wanting to go to the next level, but I was finding some barriers, and I could tell that I needed a little bit more coaching on understanding myself, how I relate to others, how to build good relationships, how to talk about power dynamics in the workplace. So I realized I needed some help, and I was perusing, and then when the call came, or when the message came, I was very intrigued by your intro video.
Very good, very good. And what happened after we started working together? What results did you see? What did you see change in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be very honest. I think the questions that you asked at the beginning of our time together, as well as some of the assessments that we did, really made me feel seen. And that helped for me to better understand myself, and through some of the assessments, through mapping out our identities. These were things that when you put pen to paper, it really helped me sort of crystallize a vision that I wanted for myself, but also where some of my blind spots were. And that was the most powerful thing, is that the things I thought were blind spots maybe weren't as big of blind spots as I thought, and there were other things I really was not seeing. And so for me, the mastery of self portion was very, very powerful in as part of the program.
Wonderful. And what did you find most beneficial? I think you almost started to answer that question for your particular situation. The best
Yeah, so
strategies worked for you.
yeah, absolutely. My strategy was my what worked for me was a little unique to me, and mostly because I was transitioning between roles, so and I was transitioning to an adjacent industry. And so for me, the some of those mastering of the industry, it helped me frame some of my questions better to my interviewers as I was going through the interview process. It helped elevate those conversations, so that element was very powerful. And I think, again, putting things down on paper, just having that workbook was very helpful to me. Printing it out, seeing that one pager every day was very helpful to me, because even if you don't realize it, if you're not reading it every day, when your eyes glance through it, I think there's a subconscious element of reminding you what you're working for. So there were several strategies that was very helpful through my progression here.
Awesome. And one last question, Anu. What's your advice for people who are watching this and feeling stuck in their current level or in their career and looking to break through to higher levels and not sure if this is the right program for them?
Yeah, I think coaching and mentorship is very personal. It's very different for every individual. even just based on personalities. So I would recommend meeting with you actually, Karosh, because I did that. I asked before signing on, I asked to chat with you even for, 10, 15 minutes. And I
Mhm.
found that that was very helpful to me because I felt that even in that short call, I felt your warmth, I felt that, our values would be aligned, and just I felt that this would be a good mentorship element for me. That, everybody's different, and so I think meeting is for me, at least over Zoom, was very beneficial. And what I would say is, the last thing I'll say is, uh it's very hard to repeat the same things in what worked for you in your early on in your career. It's very hard to keep doing that all the way. If you want to keep progressing through your career, your strategies do have to change, because your position has changed, you've changed. And I think that it's very hard to admit you need help sometimes. And so I think, when you can do it in a values-based discussion, which is, I think, what we had here, that was very powerful, because you felt like a sensei, in a way, and a life coach in a way, rather than someone who's just focused on nitpicking, rather than someone who's just there to point out, what you can do better. So it was a more holistic approach. And if that's what works for you, and if that's what you're looking for, this is a great program.
Awesome. Great. Thank you very much, Anu, for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate that. I know we're going to stay in touch. We have the monthly meetings, obviously, for clients, and I also like to hear about your successes as you go forward. I know you'll do very well. And again, I want to congratulate you for landing this wonderful job.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help, coaching, mentoring, and guiding me through it.
Awesome. Okay. Good talking to you. Take care.
Great talking to you. Bye.